Hi, YouTube. Welcome. Hello, hello. TikTok. Welcome. I am recording on a Tuesday, and the date is what? 18th June? We are in June, I think. June 2004. Welcome back. And we are continuing our daily lives with the book Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. And it's all small stuff. Right? And as always, when I look here, I have TikTok, I have YouTube, and my computer is right there. So you'll see me looking around, and I'll be reading comments as well. Welcome, everybody. Nice to see you again. And happy Tuesday. Yes, it's Tuesday. The topic for today is very important. It's very, hello, Afrocentric. I don't know even if she joined or not. I just saw the name. So the topic for today is do something nice for someone else and don't tell anyone about it. And you will see on the topic I said don't seek approval when da 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 da. And there's a reason that I did that. Right? Some of us we do good for others, or maybe someone has done good for you and then the next day you heard about it everywhere. Let me know in the comment section if that has happened to you. But before we go any further, I want to say thank you to Neuro. I like anything that has to do with mental wellness, well-being, mental clarity, and they sent me 2 boxes. Right? And it says fuel your body and activate your mind with Neuro's many benefits. It's gum and mint. I love that. Refresh your mind and body. Nene, jumbo box be. And so I'm going to open it here. I will create a video and put it on TikTok, put it on YouTube, but at the same time, I will make one for my Amazon shop. I will try it and then create the video. And if it's something you want to try, you can check it out through my link. Energy and focus. And this one is cinnamon. I love cinnamon. I chew cinnamon sticks with honey. Have you ever tried that? If you have allergies or just for health and well-being, right? If you like the goddess Oshun, then definitely look into cinnamon all over your house. Cinnamon with honey. Oshun likes honey. And this one, this is mint. Can you see it? It's calm and clarity. Calm and clarity. I thought my nail polish chopped out, but it didn't. It's the paper from the wrapping. Yes, composed with GABA. I'm not sure what is GABA. Infused with vitamin D3. This one is honey lemon. Calm and clarity. And you will get the links down there. Oh, the energy and focus is powered by natural caffeine. I am a coffee drinker. Infused with B vitamins. Thank you, Neuro. This is a whole, look at that, a whole supply. I don't have to buy gum or mint anywhere I go, especially if I have a coffee break. Okay. Oh, and they added another one, which is the sleep and recharge. Melatonin. I don't take melatonin anymore, but here we go. All right. So the topic is do something nice for someone else and don't tell anyone about it. And it's the book Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. I don't even have to read the book, and I already know what to talk about. Why? Because I don't like calling myself a victim, but let's just say I have been a victim of that. And it's one of the reasons I stopped asking for help. Has this happened to you? I don't like asking for help. It gives me anxiety to ask people for help. Why? Because many times that I ask someone for help or call somebody and say, I need this, I need some money, I need somebody to drive me, I need to do something. It's either they throw it back at my face or I will hear it. Somebody will say, oh, I helped her. Or when I helped you. So I have this issue of asking for help because of this. And I just saw somebody's name, Amina, and is it the Senegalese flag or the Ghanaian? Looks like the Senegalese flag. Thank you, Amina. And you just reminded me that in most of our African countries, um, most of us experience this. I'm seeing Afrocentric's face. Senegal, yes, absolutely, Amina. I'm seeing Afrocentric's face, and I hope she could write something too about the Caribbean. Yes, yes, I remember you. About the Caribbean. If that happens as well, because I've also met some Caribbean people who don't ask for help, they don't ask for anything. And it always makes me wonder why that it's so. But I know from my own experience, I just couldn't stand people doing something for me, and then everywhere I turn, I hear it. When I sneeze, it reminded me about what they did for me or how they helped me. Hey, Omega, my Jamaican boy. I'm doing great. Pleasure to see you. So the book is saying, oh my God, this is a whole. Sorry, I'm still opening the gift. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the box. That's a lot. Anyway, let me not get distracted with the gift. While all acts of kindness are inherently wonderful, there is something even more magical about doing something thoughtful, but mentioning it to no one ever. A lot of people do good in relationships. I don't like to ask. Exactly. Me too. It gives me anxiety. I forgot what I was trying to, my train of thought. But most of us do stuff for someone else because we're expecting to receive something back, right? There's this saying that whatever you give comes back to you. But at the same time, it's not what you give, you have to expect. Magical, I am not telling. It's not that you're given it because you expect something to come back to you. I always have to be aware of that. When I'm doing something good or when I'm out in the street and I see somebody asking for change, when I'm given, whoever I'm giving anything to, I always try to be aware and to make sure that I am given because I want to. It's my intention to give because I want to give, because when I give, I feel good. Right away, it's like I'm getting back what I'm given because at that very moment, at that instant, I feel good that I'm given. Right? And then I hold it to myself and it feels good. And I sit with that feeling of feeling good. When I help someone, When seeking for a reward for doing service, the talent is your reward, not what I want. Yes, yes, that is reminded me of something. And I don't remember where I heard this from, which is when you do good and then you talk about it, then you've gotten your reward already. That is your reward. Whatever you're expecting from the universe, it's not coming anymore because you've already taken the reward in your own hands. I can't remember where I read this from, but it will come back to me. Yes, maybe I'll find it again and reread it. Yeah, because the telling of it, all the positivity, all the things that you can get back in yourself, it has gone already by you talking about it. So there's nothing coming back. Where sometimes you see people say, I help a lot of people, I do a lot of good, but look at me. I have nothing. I have heard that before, right? I'm not helping anybody anymore. But usually, if you dig deeper, you would always see that these are people who always talk about what they do. I have had family members who do that as well. They do one thing and they will remind you of that one thing for the rest of your for the rest of your life. And for a long time in my own life, I thought something was wrong with me, honestly. I thought I was crazy in some way, that something was wrong with me. Because I'm the type of person that I don't mind helping, but when I help someone, it's very difficult for me to talk about it. And what I didn't know was that I was around people who always wanted to tell you about it. Let me give you an example. I received a text today. Someone I knew in Miami. I spent a little, like 6 months ish in Miami. Someone I knew in Miami. And they wanted to help me, and I was open to receiving their help. And they actually started that help. Right? We started having a conversation, and they knew I was from Africa and all of that, blah, blah, blah. And they went to Africa. As a guy, of course, they went to Africa and they wanted to help. And so I am at a point in my life where I understand that a guy can want to help you and not want anything from you, right? So I'm open to receiving that masculine energy, to receiving that help. Now, the littlest thing he did, from the first week, I started seeing he would just, I did that for you. I'm like, I don't need that. If you're going to remind me of what you did for me, please don't do anything anymore. And then that's when he started advancing towards me obsessively. Why I'm recounting this incident is because just today, this morning, I saw a missed call. I don't pick up any calls before 8 or sometimes 9. I saw a missed call and then receive a text where he is apologizing for his actions, for what he did. I haven't responded. But it's like what Afrocentric said, in relationships, I don't ask for help. I didn't ask for any help. But I was aware that just because a guy says they want to help you doesn't always mean that they're trying to get with you. Of course, his case was very different, right? So whenever you see somebody in your life whom the littlest thing they do for you, they always remind you of it, let them go, cut them off. That's not your people. There's a reason they are doing that for you, a man or a woman. There's a reason they're doing that for you. And for the topic, especially on TikTok, where I said, don't um, seek approval when most times, I'm not saying always, maybe, most times when somebody continuously talk about the good that they do, they're seeking some type of approval. Now, rich people do this. Why they do this, I don't know. I'm not rich yet to that extent. I'd love to get there, right? I'm not Oprah Winfrey rich, where I can have my own foundation and give back and all of that. Even though there's whatever rumors going on about her, but I don't know, right? So I don't know exactly why rich people who have the money and all of that do that. But I know the people in my own tax bracket, like they like to say it, it's usually seeking for approval. I do something for someone and then I go to my friend and then talk about it. If you watch it, you can see it. If you've never been aware of this, watch it. The person who's speaking, watch their face, how they are speaking, watch their body language. If you're not aware of energy, this is a good time to start being aware of the energy that comes out of the person who's talking about the good that they did for someone else. It's a whole different energy. Of course, they would feel good. There's a smile on their face. It's very different from uh, celebrating your wins. It might be similar, but it's a very different energy. You can feel it oozing out of them. Let me know if you understand what I'm saying, and if it makes any sense. And the approval is usually, or like the book said, the approval is usually, where is it again? It's really true that one should give for the sake of giving, not to receive something in return. This is this is precisely what you are doing when you don't mention your kindness to others. Your rewards are the warm feelings that come from the act of giving. Hmm. Where's the approval part? Ah, yeah. While many of us frequently do nice things for others, we are almost certain to mention our acts of kindness to someone else, secretly seeking their approval. Makes sense. Thank you. Thank you. Right? Secretly seeking their approval. The time that I became really aware of this was a different situation that happened in Miami as well, where the environment that I was in, I would do things in the environment because I believe when you live in a place, right, in a house, in an apartment with people around, you see that maybe there's something that's needed in the home. Maybe there paper towels or toilet papers or cleaning the kitchen or cleaning whatever or adding to the food. I believe one can just do it without talking about it. That's my belief, right? So I can do stuff and not talk about it. I can clean for someone, move things around, and not really say, "Oh, I did that for you," "Oh, I did that." I'd just be quiet because why? But then one person told me in that house and was like, "Oh, they think you're not doing anything here because you don't talk about it." And I'm like, why would I have to contribute to live in here and then have to turn around and talk about every single thing that I contribute? That doesn't feel good. And I don't like doing that. And they were like, well, over here, if you do something, you have to talk about it. And I said, it's okay. People can think and feel however they want about me. But right at this point, this is not something I do, and I can't do it. And of course, that relationship had to end because they believe in their heart that I wasn't contributing anything to being part of that environment. When actually, I just wasn't naming the things I was doing, telling everybody, look at me, this is what I did. Anyway, if you do this in your life, maybe you have your own reason for why you do it. But if you dig deeper within yourself, there's a there's a part of you that is seeking for approval or validation. I'm not saying I've never done it. It has never felt good doing it. And now I understand why it never felt good doing it. Because it wasn't genuine. And whenever you're doing something for someone and you catch yourself thinking, how do I explain that? Because I have had that feeling, I have had that experience, right? Where they say, if you want abundance, give it. If you want love, give it. If you want happiness or whatever, friendship, give it, or be that person. Where in certain situations, I have wanted that abundance to come in or that love to come in. And so I have given it to someone expecting that in return. And this is how we have disappointments, because we are not doing it for the goodness of our heart. We're doing it because we want something from the next person. We're expecting something from the next person. And then when the person doesn't reciprocate, this is where we get disappointed. And then we feel they didn't uh, they didn't see us. No, there's another word I'm looking for that I can't think of. They didn't appreciate what I did for them, or whatever. Whenever you find yourself saying that, always look at first, do you feel that they didn't appreciate you because you were expecting them to do something for you in return? All right. Anything that I say from here will be a repeat, and I don't want to repeat. Let me open this. I'm so curious about this. Let me open them in. And this is the Calm and Clarity, the lemon, and there's 12 mints. This is great. Instead of me having to buy mint for my breath, and it slides open, I'll create a video, a UGC video, user generated. I like it. Honey lemon. Refresh your body and mind. Beautiful. Anyway, I'll see you again tomorrow. People pleasing. Yes. People pleasing. Doing something for the approval of another. Doing something so people will say, oh, that's a nice person. Or that's a good person. Or look at them. And deep within yourself, you're thinking, look at me. I'm a good person. I'm a great person. And mostly when people say they are empaths, there's an aspect of people pleasing. Cut the end, but it was a great message. Thank you, Gal Wake Up Podcast. Thank you. When people say they're empaths, there's that aspect of people pleasing, of seeking validation, of looking for approval. That's basically part of being an empath, because that needs to be healed. How do I know? I never considered myself an empath, but when I researched it and learned about it, I am somebody who you would call an empath. Before I went on this journey, I am still an empath, but the healed version of it, right? Okay, I'll see you all tomorrow again. We're on day 8, chapter 8. And the next one is let others have the glory. Don't steal another's thunder. We do that a lot. If you watch the video that has been circulating, I have it on all my channels by with Kelly Rowland, and the lady at the is it Cannes festival in France, stealing somebody's thunder. Actually, that security did it to 3 other ladies. Some say because they are women of color, but who knows, right? I haven't heard anything from about it again. Anyway, bye bye. See you tomorrow. And you can get these from my TikTok shop. Energy Focus. This is with cinnamon, calm and clarity, honey, lemon. On Amazon as well. I'll post the video on Amazon. Bye bye. See you.